miscasted, Melissa has been bursted down already.
Yep.
You go. It's hard.
We go Savior maybe for
Against
Team
Grok.
Philippines.
Against
But they
Grok,
will
though.
not. We don't. They don't have much choice anyways.
Maybe play Lilia.
What if Sicilian?
I don't like Sicilian against Grok. And Claude.
Yeah. I mean, I play Sicilian
It's
and
too
I don't like it
passive.
too.
Maybe Lilia. Maybe. I don't know.
Lunox.
Julian.
They
Julian
play
Franco,
Lunox.
I think.
They play Lunox.
Yeah, they play
and,
Lunox.
and Franco seems to be a decent pick for Team Philippines.
Where is my target?
It's Savior and Natalia. That's the reason why they pick it up.
Oh, they play Natalia against Grok and Fredrin.
Okay, that's interesting for Philippines. I mean, for Indonesia, their rotation earlier focused on XP lane. Probably the Natalia ban is to just literally force Indonesia to go for a different rotation.
You can argue that, but that means that Indonesia will just pick up something like Lapu-Lapu
Yeah,
here,
you still go Lapu-Lapu.
which is has high physical defense against Natalia. It's not a Natalia cannot one-shot that hero. Melissa cannot one-shot the Lapu-Lapu as well.
You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna be surprised if they pick up Edith.
Okay.
So,
Oh! Oh!
What a
I
side change
I like
of
this.
things.
I like this. They swerved the Fredrin towards the XP lane. It's a viable matchup for the Fredrin to play up against the glue. And the reason why I like Karina versus Natalia is that you can't easily burst down the Karina for the Natalia, especially with that blade dance.
Yeah, that is indeed true for Indonesia. Even on that last moment, Indonesia still has a card against that supposedly cheesy pick from Philippines.
So much tanky course on the side of Indo.
game number 2 will be all about Natalia and Xavier. Natalia and Lancelot as well for the side of Team Philippines. They put really all of their faith in this pocket strategy. It worked before, but will it work against Grok, Karina, and the Fredrin? You can see the Fredrin from the XP lane, also a tanky hero, and with access to the taunt, the silence of the Natalia isn't long enough for you to prevent the Fredrin from locking you down. Where do you go? Surely the far side of the Cloud will have some problems with this Natalia Xavier, so that should be the win condition for Team Philippines.
What's changed, however, is Philippines' early aggression. It's more powerful now with this composition, but the rotation of Vivero is important, especially in the first few minutes. I think the gold lane should be pressured for Philippines. Like the Claude should feel some form of pressure, especially against the Melissa matchup, because Perez will have a wonderful time on this Melissa. But I do like the positioning of Indonesia right now, though. They are covering up the gold lane axis against the Natalia. So, the Claude Chell will have a fantastic time in the gold lane.
Yeah, a lot of information from the Indonesian side. And talk about the fast rotation for Indonesia. They really want those pokes against Perez as early as possible just to negate the possible threat from Vivero on this game. But we see that exclamation point just forcing Chell to back away.
Playing safe here, immediately using that BMI to get away once you see that exclamation point. And Chell, again, he's just gonna chill here, no pun intended.
From Chell to Chell, right?
We do know that there's a lot of control that you can get from the Melissa, right? And especially because of the models that you get. I'm interested to see if they will, how they will activate this Natalia, because what changed in the meta game is that you get level 4 with your roamers, right? Which is now happening for Vivian. This time, that will not be...
Yeah, that's not true for PH.
Yeah, that cannot be true because that's Natalia, right? You don't want to expose yourself in the mid lane.
And Xavier's not gonna rotate towards the XP lane. It's a hard task.
Ooh, speaking of hard, that was a hard call for the side of Philippines to contest that turtle as a wild charge. Has been used for Vivian, and Indonesia will secure that first turtle of this game.
Again, amazing spell usage coming down from Indonesia. That flicker wild charge on the Lancelot, perfectly timed. Alfredo was not able to insert any form of damage against the turtle, and Retribution was not used.
Yep. And this is already great start for Team Indonesia. Then again, it's we do know that it's very weird to look at Team Philippines in their level 4, or at least in their first turtle team fight. Surely they don't have as much. Vival still gets
She used
it.
retry.
Yeah, that was close.
She was like, no,
Had to use it.
I'm not gonna risk it. And you know the sad part about Philippines composition right now is even though you have much more aggression with your heroes, your timing is limited. Like Indonesia with that first turtle take, they know that the Natalia would not pose a threat. And after that, this is just Indonesia moving around the map because Natalia is non-existent for them now.
Yeah, just when we thought that the Philippines just there to just defend the turret on the bottom lane, we see Indonesia just trying to negate the possible rotation from El Puerto, and that's a threat already. That is the jungler Philippines.
Now, Vivian again starting for Team Indonesia, and this is not the first time that they tried to go for a play onto the gold lane after the first turtle. This is actually a trend that we can see from Team Indonesia play around with. They want to pressure the gold lane after the first turtle of the game, and you saw that in response. Team Philippines did not have a way to check the bushes, which is weird because they have the Natalia, but of course, the fact of the matter remains, it's not an easy Natalia game.
Yeah.
Supposedly for Team Philippines.
Like how is she gonna check bushes when there's 4 heroes rotating from Indonesia? Like they'll see 4 exclamation marks, and those heroes will not back down. Like they have so much HP on their side, and I do love the fact that Vivian is not saving the Flicker's battle spell because she is rocking that the PYT.
Speaking of rocking, again another rocking wild charge from the rock of Indonesia. We could see another turtle objective. I mean, there's no really retaliation from the side of the Philippines. They want to go for those instant kills with the Natalia, but no signs yet from Philippines.
Oh, they're waiting for the Predator Strike cooldown here from Chini, but Memanas is going to be able to recall out. And this is, again, the constant play that we keep on seeing from Indonesia. Like, they just chill, you know, when they don't have spells. But when they do, they go back to gold lane.
That means that they will go to the gold lane once again. They have found Vivero this time.
Oh, that was
Predator
close, but
strike.
Vivero in the hands of Vival. Still not
Alberto.
done yet. El Puerto will come in for the side of Philippines. And look at that. The Indonesia will go in for this turret lock at the bottom lane.
Fast movements coming down from Indonesia, and Chini seeing that, you know, those small lines, those invisible lines of the Natalia, immediately using the Predator Strike just to make sure that the Natalia gets stunned. Even though she was able to dash away, Vival was there to secure the kill with the ultimate. And this makes Indonesia's game much better. 2K lead already for their side. And again, they have a Claude. This lineup would still scale, especially with the Parsa and the Claude. Although Vival would not hurt as much because she is a tank arena. The thing about tank arena is that she scales alongside her teammates.
Yeah.
Like the more damage her teammates does, the more damage she deals because the shred, the peel, it does matter because of the passive arena. It works with HP.
And we do know that Indonesia are very, very good at taking and converting into objectives after the kill. So you saw that after the second kill of the game, they were able to convert into a kill into the bottom lane. And now they're just waiting for the next turtle of the game. Vivero gonna be spotted out immediately.
That is a better airstrike from Chini. And Indonesia right now, they're just prepared with this Natalia pick
Vivaldo
from Philippines. Although we could see at the top lane that Daigon and the rest of the Indonesian players are fighting for this turtle, but still a clean turtle take for Indonesia. If I were Vivero personally, I mean, my head will now hurt
yeah.
because I want to go for those ganks, the
Yeah.
single kills, but I can't.
Like how?
Like how?
Look at the HPs on the side of Indonesia. Oh, retry again by Vival. Look at the HPs from Vivian, from Vival. Pumego's not going to be killed by this game, honestly. This Fredrin has been 1v1ing the glue.
That's absolutely right. The thing with Fredrin is that this is a sustainable hero. I mean, doesn't win the matchup, but doesn't lose it like badly either.
Yeah.
There's some heroes that can actually win over the Fredrin. Maybe Tams perhaps.
Yep.
But or maybe a D-Rot. But overall, you don't die if you're the Fredrin. So
Yeah. And you know
they
what's
just stabilized.
You know what's bad? Pumieko, the only way she dies is if she gets bursted down by the Melissa. One big problem with Melissa playing against Predator is the Predator is able to reach you with the Princess Rat. during giveaway.
And there's no really crowd control for the side of Philippines. Because just look at that. The Indonesian players are just all over the place on the side of Team Philippines jungle. And it is deadly for them if Philippines is not able to stop this kind of rotation.
Wow, that was another move from Indonesia. A very classic move that they keep on doing. This is not the first time that they did it. They do it every single game.
Yeah.
Zone out the enemy, push and convert into a turret. And
Yeah.
now they have taken another turret.
And no battle spell, no wild charge, no featherist. Like, just chill, you know, get those bushes controlled. Vivian already has Assault Cuirass, so she doesn't care if Vivero shows up. Like, the Natalia would, you know, poke the Grok, and no HP would be shredded. Like, she's not gonna care. And Vivian, she's doing a fantastic job of covering the mid lane. This is really important because you don't want to be able to give Philippines some form of control on these mid lane bushes, because this allows access to so much
right.
territory, and especially with Indonesia just moving over towards top lane. Sheldo!
Oh, this is a matchup
Oh!
between Marksman, but Vivian is there to seal the deal against Perez of Team Philippines. But wait, Shell is down, by the way, by the hands of Al Puerto.
Oh,
and we
Vivian?
can see Vivian already now low on life. Diagon is a player from Philippines that will zone this
So
one out. But
tanky.
So tanky.
So tanky.
Especially alongside the walls.
Oh,
That is-
flicker!
Yeah, the
Oh!
conceal, that was close, but the revitalize, the regeneration is their forge. Genie, I mean,
So
the Grok.
smart.
Yeah, super smart. Did not leave the wall. She was like, I get more physical and magic damage resistance along
Exactly.
these walls.
Physical resistance, and of course with the items that you have regeneration. You saw how quickly she was able to regenerate. Fortunately for Team Philippines, they will kind of cut down the lead to just 1.3k, but they'll need to find more openings. Now, another important objective, that is going to be the first Lord of the game. When it comes to the levels, Alport is just level 13. Well, she actually has a lot more levels a lot more EXP, I mean, compared to Vival. So that could be one thing that Team Philippines could be riding on.
Big problem, however, is this Grok. They'll have Flicker and 45, but they're rushing this Lord, and Philippines, they're in position actually. Natalia's not here, however. They don't see all of the heroes of Indonesia. Oh, Diagon! Diagon!
Diagon is going to be the target here for Indonesia. Are they going to be successful? Diagon is still alive. Blinding Light will not take effect against the
the
players
stack!
of Indonesia. Bibar is done, Natalia is done, and Vival is here in depth on the map of Team Philippines as El Puerto will secure a kill
Fumieko.
against Indonesia, but Fumieko is there. The battle of the XP laners. This time around, Fumieko wins. And Chini comes in for the Wings by Wings, and Indonesia still on the lead.
Yeah.
Massive takedown from Team Philippines as they were able to isolate and punish Vival. So what they did was to kind of bait out Diagon, although it wasn't really the best of the baits, as Fumieko and El Puerto will be battling it out once again. You saw how Team Philippines were able to isolate Vival just by forcing Diagon out, was able to keep herself safe,
Yeah.
and then she gets out. Now pressure is on.
Oh,
to
look
El
at
Puerto.
Chell.
Chell gonna
Look
be
at
jumping
Chell.
in.
Chell just running in front of the
Oh.
players of Team Philippines. I'm ready
Vivian.
for the damage. And we can see right now Indonesia in position as Diagon will be here as well, giving information for her teammates. Vival and even Vivian is forcing the players of Team Philippines to go near this turtle pit. And still the Lord Dance that we expect from these teams.
They attempted the kill on the Lancelot. Vivian committed the flicker, and I like this choice by Vivero. She is basically acting like a gold laner now, pressuring the bottom lane, and that means split fight for Indonesia. Parsa's gonna show up, however. Oh, the kill!
Oh! High surprise for Vivero. There's no
The
Forza
outplay.
for Team Indonesia for this match. This might be the time for Philippines to secure this Lord objective. We could see them actually forcing Indonesia to reset this Lord.
Oh.
By the way, nice wall from Vivian on that one,
Yeah.
since they don't have the Forza.
Yeah, that sequence was beneficial to Philippines, but it took only a Guardian's Barrier from Indonesia to, you know, just quell everything.
Chell gonna be able to get the purple buff. Very important at this stage of the game. You don't really need it on the Karina anymore. Chell gonna be caught, and there's the jump. Gonna be safe
So
for a while.
close.
Has to be careful with Dawning Light, but Dawning Light is off, not off cooldown just yet. of all of the initiations coming out from Team Philippines that could be really good, and now they're really feeling the strength of the Amores Savior.
Yeah, that was Chell. I think she has a leg plate because she almost got bursted down by Bivol. Unfortunately for the Karina, the damage wasn't really there, and also the threat of this Natalia split pushing.
Yeah.
Like for Indonesia, they cannot underestimate the damage coming out from Vivero, because as of right now, she is an honorary gold laner.
Yep. One reason as to why Vivian is now with the Claude.
Yeah,
Because saw the potential earlier, but again,
Just like stop it.
just
split
stop
pushing.
everyone here. But speak of stop, Daigon is here, and Fumi Echo to stop players of the Philippines as
Wow.
Indonesia would rather go for the split push here at the bottom lane.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier change target. How about change playstyle?
Oh!
Dar hit proc. Dar hit proc.
Direct proc to Vivero with a kill against Shell. 35 seconds before this Claude will be available for this team fight. So El Puerto and even Daigon is positioned for this Lord Kick. This might be for Philippines, for Indonesia. They are ready to contest this one. A Dawning Light has been used. We see that Vivero to be a part of the mission as well. Fumi Echo now low on live, and Al
Puerto.
Puerto with a killing spree for the side of the
Chini!
Philippines.
Oh!
And Vivero again against Chini, and 3 players down for Indonesia.
And that is definitely the swing on the side of Team Philippines. They got 3 imported kills. First onto Chell, next onto Fumieko. Now they will take the Lord so easily as El Puerto is so much on point with this Lancelot, ever so closer to getting that Lord. And now they will have the lead. It goes amazing to it, but the damage, it's not going to be enough. Amores to take out 2, the Dawning Light. The Immortality proc. Vivian is going to be running away with the wall charge, but that means the Team Philippines will be able to push the turret in the middle, and they will get more. My goodness, Philippines out of nowhere now holding on to the lead.
Oh my, so many crucial misplays coming out from Indonesia, and Philippines, they go for the punish. They make this hold even bigger. And again, Amores' problem is starting to pop off against Indonesia. The damage from the Dawning Light is insane.
Yep.
And as well as Vivero on the back line. Again, this honorary gold laner from Philippines is dealing so much damage, especially with the Dar hit Shell dying twice in a quick succession for Indonesia. It's really, really crucial for their game. And look at the damage coming out from Amores.
We can see right now Team Philippines trying to push this turret at the bottom lane. Wild Charge, by the way, has been used already
Airstrike.
by Vivian. We have the better airstrike. The players of Team Indonesia
Oh,
are
Daigon.
low on live. Al Puerto is forced to back away. Daigon a bit too deep against under that base of Team Indonesia. But look at those spams from Perez and even Amores. Shell will use that Wind of Nature, same with the
Oh, the
blazing
savior.
But again, Amores is on fire
Dawning
for
Light.
Philippines.
Not gonna land onto anyone as Team Philippines are able to take out the bottom lane inhibitor turret, put the top lane turret to very, very low. Look at the positioning from Vivero, but that also prompts Team Indonesia to just group up.
Oh, she might see the Parsa. Is she gonna continue the recall? No, she's still here.
Yep.
She's still here.
Chell
She
exposed,
She
but
might see Chell. She might see Chini.
Chini does have the Winter Truncheon anyway, so that would be not a confirmed kill. And all of a sudden, Team Philippines are now in command of the game. 3.9 thousand gold, and you can assume that they will get the map control as well. It's because of the Farsa. Indonesia losing their inhibitor into the bottom lane means that naturally the waves will be against them in that particular lane.
Yeah. You have to commend Daigon's gameplay. This glue has been selfless in every single fight. Like the first time we see her being selfless was the bush check in the mid lane when she almost died, and it netted the Karina kill for Philippines. And now, well, 2 minutes ago we saw her just jump in the base of Indonesia and she died. But those are spaces that Philippines are able to capitalize, because at this point, she is a hero that needs attention for Indonesia.
Yep.
But for Indonesia, it's quite confusing because aside from the glue, you also have to worry about the Lancelot coming in. You also have to worry about the
Natalia.
Melissa dealing damage, and then Natalia, of course. But most importantly, it alleviates the attention from Amores, this savior, has been noticed for a lot of these skirmishes. And even though Chini attempted to go for the feathered airstrike on the back line, it was only able to land once.
Yep, quick
Whoa.
take on the Lord. 17 minutes in.
Again, sacrificial play from Daigon.
Daigon's immortality.
Nets them a Lord
but
kill.
still alive, by the way. During that time, and 5.3k goal lead for Philippines, and the Lord will.
Ouch!
Whoa! Look at the damage
Ouch.
against Chell for
100.
the Dawning Light.
100% to 50% in just one spell. You don't even have to aim it that far because Amores knows and understands how Chell moves.
Yeah.
Kind of understands how the Claude moves, and now big advantage already for Team Philippines as they now have the Lord pushing onto the bottom side. Mid lane, that's gonna be Xavier and the Glue. Top lane, Vivero fishing for kills. What could be the defense from Indonesia? They only have the Farsa when it comes to the defense.
Okay, so we could see Fumi Echo to be in the front line for the defense of Team Indonesia on this game, but it is a bit difficult for the Philippines to
feather
initiate
airstrike
again.
burn.
But we could see the feather airstrike for Chini already, and look
Daigon.
at Shell. Daigon is still alive though for the Philippines.
Vivian?
Comes in with the
Vivian?
background. Vivian. We will have
Oh,
the
Vival!
penalty proc. Chell come in for
Look at Vival.
that blazing duet. Vivian is down. Vival as well. 2 players down for Indonesia as a third, and the middle lane is going to be the target here for Philippines.
Fumi Echo.
Fumi Echo already
So
low on
low.
life. We could see
Oh, what a stun.
against El Puerto. Blazing Door plus a win of nature.
Oh,
Perez
Fredrin!
with a free hit for this one. For the
El
side of Team
Puerto.
Philippines.
They wanna end.
Base lock, base lock.
Base lock. They have the minion wave, although for Team Indonesia, not enough kit to defend as we head 1-1 on this Grand Finals match. Woo!
Just like that, the Filipinos are dancing as they snag game number 2. There were a lot of doubts when it comes to their draft, but because of their mastery, this pocket strategy worked in the end. Xavier from Amores picking up where she left off yesterday, and you can see the strength of this Natalia